When you do go to WCW and you do get signed, who actually signed you though? Is it Sullivan or would it be Russo and them?
Eric Bischoff
Oh, Bischoff.
via
Okay.
Dallas Page. At that time, I'm not sure who was the head booker, but it was before Russo came in. So I got signed. Page goes, "Hey, I got your deal. I just want you to get really sharp so I don't look bad. Come move down here, go to the power plant for me." I said, absolutely. 2 weeks later, I moved on down. I left my job. I packed up my house and everything, and I went down there. And I was at the power plant and did about 5 or 6 shows on Saturday night as a more gothicy looking Devon Storm with the dark hair. Billy Kidman wrestled him, wrestled Vampiro, Mike Sanders, Jamie Noble, Chuck Palumbo, Booker T, and then the last match I had was against Chris Benoit that got the highest rating that Saturday Night had gotten in quite a long time, which got some attention. And so the story goes, as I was told, I flew into Denver, Colorado. Saturday night was the next day in Vail, Colorado. The crew was coming back from at Nitro the night before. They were all at the hotel bar. I had checked in. I went down to the hotel bar to get something to eat, and my hair was down. I had a black leather jacket on, and I guess I looked kind of mean and gritty and like badass. And I guess Vince Russo had never seen me before, inquired who that was, and yada yada yada. I became David Flair's tag team partner.
And where's the name come from? Where's the Crowbar name come from?
At that time, David Flair was playing a crazy guy. He was stalking women backstage,
With the gimmick, yeah.
and and he was hitting people with a crowbar. So they came up with this skit. It's on Thunder, December of 1999, sometime. Uh, David Flair is with Daphne, and they're out in a car doing crazy stuff, and they're being pursued by Vampiro and the Misfits. David and Daphne pull into a gas station. I'm the guy there pumping gas. I'm crazy. I yell at some guy that asked me to check his oil, and I go, "What the sign says gas, not oil change." I scream at him, which David Flair likes because he's nuts. And he goes, "Hey, man, what's your name?" And I say, "Some people call me Crowbar." And he's been hitting people with a crowbar. So we get this psychotic connection there. Yeah.
And you got the psychotic connection, but it's awesome because he's not that great of a worker, to be
Well,
honest, but he's a good character. You're a great worker who's developing a character.
the behind the scenes story was, for whatever reason, all David Flair was getting a rating when he was on stalking people doing his crazy stuff. People tuned in, they tracked it. He had a rating. uh, David Flair at that time, not a very strong in-ring performer, so they came up with the idea, we'll put him in a tag, that way we can at least get him in the ring, and we'll put him with a proficient wrestler that could do the majority of the tag team action. And that's how I got my break from the WCW Saturday Night Show as Devon Storm, the Gothic guy, to Crowbar on the main show.
But it's cool. It's like, all right, we need this guy to have somebody who can work with him. We'll put him in a tag team, and like he'll look good, even though he's progressing. But it's like he'll look good because this guy's been wrestling and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
When you get put with him, do they say to you, "Hey, we want you to be like extra nuts," or like how do they want you to portray the character, or do they just say it's up to you to portray it how you want to portray it?
They gave me a lot of artistic license, but Vince Russo and Ed Ferrara said exactly, we want you to go out there and say, wow. Uh, no, make the people say, wow, this guy is even crazier than David Flair.